Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all today. I'm Dr. S.K. Singh, and I'm excited to share insights on a very important topic. Today, we will explore a comprehensive approach to batch reconciliation in solid oral dosage forms. Over the course of this presentation, we'll cover key strategies, best practices, and practical solutions to ensure accuracy and quality in manufacturing. So let's get started and dive into this essential subject together. Today, I want to talk about the main objectives of reconciliation in manufacturing. First, our goal is to ensure complete material accountability throughout the entire production process. This means we need to keep track of every material used and produced, so nothing gets lost or misplaced. Next, it's crucial to detect any losses, mix-ups, or deviations early on. Catching these issues helps us maintain quality and compliance, preventing problems from escalating. Another key point is compliance with CGMP requirements, such as 21 CFR 211 and EU GMP Vol. 4. These regulations set the standards for quality and safety that we must adhere to in our manufacturing processes. Finally, reconciliation supports our batch release decisions. By having accurate and thorough data, we can confidently approve batches for distribution, ensuring only quality products reach the market. Now, let's look at the different types of reconciliation we perform. First, material reconciliation involves tracking all raw materials like APIs and excipients to confirm everything was used correctly. Then there's yield reconciliation, where we compare the theoretical yield, what we expect, to the actual yield we obtain. This helps us identify inefficiencies or losses during production. Lastly, packaging reconciliation involves verifying the count and quality of finished packaging components, such as blisters, cartons, and leaflets. Ensuring these are accurate and complete is essential for product integrity. All these reconciliation types are interconnected and vital for maintaining quality and compliance in our manufacturing process. Now let's take a closer look at the scope of reconciliation in solid oral dosage forms manufacturing. Reconciliation is a critical part of ensuring quality and consistency throughout the process. It's performed at several key stages: dispensing, granulation, drying, blending, compression, coating, and packing. It's important to understand that reconciliation isn't a one-time step. It must be done stage-wise, meaning at each of these steps, we verify and document the material inputs and outputs. This helps us catch any discrepancies early on. And of course, it's equally vital to perform a final reconciliation at the end of the entire process. This ensures that the amount of active pharmaceutical ingredient and excipients is accurate in the finished product. By following this stage-wise and final reconciliation approach, we maintain tight control over the manufacturing process, which ultimately leads to safer, more reliable medicines for patients. This systematic approach aligns perfectly with our overall goal of quality assurance in pharmaceutical manufacturing. Let's take a closer look at what we mean by batch reconciliation. Essentially, it's the process of comparing the input materials with the output materials at every stage of production. The goal here is to ensure that everything balances out, that there's no unexplained loss or gain along the way. This comparison isn't just about raw materials, but also includes intermediates, bulk products, and packing materials. By doing this, we can accurately track where every material is and confirm that our records match the actual materials used and produced. This process is crucial because it helps us maintain transparency and control, making sure our production is efficient and compliant with quality standards. It's a fundamental part of ensuring product integrity throughout the entire manufacturing process. Let's look at some practical examples to see these concepts in action. When we talk about applying these ideas, it's helpful to see how they work in real-world situations. These examples illustrate key points like how to effectively implement strategies or how to navigate common challenges. They also help us connect the theoretical parts of the presentation to everyday scenarios, making the overall message more relatable and easier to understand. By examining these examples, we can better grasp how to adapt our approaches to different contexts and achieve better results. Now let's take a closer look at packing reconciliation. We started with issued blisters totaling 100,000. Out of these, 97,500 were successfully packed and sent out. However, not everything went smoothly. 500 blisters were rejected, and an additional 1,000 were returned. So when we do the math, it all adds up. 100,000 issued blisters equal the sum of what was packed, rejected, and returned. That is 97,500 plus 1,500 plus 1,000. This reconciliation process is mandatory, as per our labeling control requirements. It ensures that every blister issued is accounted for, whether it's in use, rejected, or returned. This step is crucial for maintaining accuracy and compliance in our packaging process, helping us identify discrepancies and maintain quality standards. It's an essential part of our overall quality assurance system. Let's take a closer look at the acceptance criteria. These criteria are based on validated process data, which means we rely on solid, proven information to set our standards. When we talk about typical limits, we're referring to the expected range within which our process should operate to ensure quality. For granulation, that range is between 98 and 102%, giving us a bit of flexibility while maintaining consistency. For compression, the limits are slightly tighter, from 95 to 100%, reflecting the importance of precise compression in the final product. Packing, on the other hand, has a target of around 100%, but with tight limits, because even small deviations can impact the product's integrity. It's important to note that all these criteria must be scientifically justified. That means we can't just set arbitrary numbers. They need to be backed by data and sound reasoning. This ensures our process is not only compliant, but also optimized for quality and reliability. By understanding and applying these acceptance criteria, we reinforce the overall theme of maintaining rigorous quality standards throughout our manufacturing process. When we look at common causes of discrepancy, there are a few key areas to consider. First, weighing errors can happen for various reasons, like incorrect calibration or handling mistakes, which can lead to inaccurate measurements. Next, equipment residue is a critical factor. Leftover material or contaminants on machinery can skew results. Spillage and handling loss are also common. Sometimes during transfer or packing, material can be lost or spilled, affecting the actual quantities. Sampling losses are another point. If samples aren't representative or are mishandled, they won't accurately reflect the whole batch. Lastly, counting errors in packing can occur when items are miscounted during the packing process, leading to discrepancies. All of these issues point to potential failures either in the process itself or in the documentation. Recognizing these causes helps us identify where improvements can be made to ensure accuracy and consistency throughout our operations. Remember, understanding these common causes is fundamental to maintaining quality and minimizing discrepancies in our processes. Let's talk about the investigation approach when something falls outside the established limits. The first step is to recheck calculations to ensure there are no errors. Next, we verify the weighing records, making sure all data is accurate and consistent. It's also important to check line clearance to confirm that there was no contamination or mix-up during the process. Additionally, reviewing equipment logs helps us identify any anomalies or maintenance issues that could have impacted the results. If needed, we perform a root cause analysis to understand exactly what caused the deviation. Remember, conducting a thorough investigation like this is mandatory under GMP guidelines. It helps us maintain product quality and compliance, ensuring we address issues promptly and effectively. Now, let's talk about some GMP best practices that are essential for maintaining quality and compliance. First, real-time recording is crucial. It means capturing data as the process happens, without relying on back calculations later. This helps ensure accuracy and integrity of the data. Next, we avoid any data manipulation or estimation. It's all about keeping the data authentic and trustworthy. Having a well-defined standard operating procedure, or SOP, along with trained personnel, ensures everyone knows exactly what to do and how to do it consistently. This consistency is key to quality. We also make use of electronic systems like electronic batch records, or EBR, and manufacturing execution systems, MES, to streamline data collection and improve traceability. Finally, before releasing any batch, a thorough quality assurance review takes place. This step acts as a final check to confirm everything meets our quality standards. These practices collectively support the overall goal of GMP, to produce safe, effective, and high-quality products. So, in conclusion, batch reconciliation plays a critical role in ensuring several key aspects of our manufacturing process. It helps us maintain product quality by verifying that each batch meets our standards before it reaches patients. It also supports regulatory compliance, making sure we're adhering to the necessary guidelines and documentation requirements. Additionally, it ensures traceability and accountability, so we can track every step of the process and hold ourselves responsible for the final product. These points are especially crucial when it comes to batch release, as we need to confirm everything is in order before giving the go-ahead. It's also vital for audit readiness, helping us be prepared for inspections with complete and accurate records. And most importantly, all of these efforts contribute directly to patient safety, which is our top priority. By integrating thorough batch reconciliation into our workflows, we reinforce the integrity of our manufacturing process and uphold the trust our patients and regulators place in us. For further support, please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help with any questions or additional information you might need. Remember, your success is important, and we're happy to assist you anytime. Thank you so much for your attention and participation throughout this presentation. We truly appreciate your time and engagement.